If you want the fastest and the most refined BMW there is, you should not go straight to the Bavarian Motor Works dealership. Instead, look into the offerings by the tuner Alpina. Their makes are usually characterized by a couple of extra turbochargers, increased horsepower yields, and top speeds not restricted by the ridiculous limiters. Today we'll show you the entire lineup of BMW Alpinas that includes just recently announced models as well as long-established old-timers. Subscribe to Automotive Territory Daily News, and you will always stay informed about the latest lineups of car makers and tuners from around the globe. We start the engines now. Alpina XB7. Just like BMW recently did, with this model, Alpina ventures onto the territory of full-size SUVs for the first time. As expected, the performance variant of the X7 M50i is being dwarfed by this mod, since the familiar 4.4-liter twin-turbo V8 now makes 612 horsepower and 590 pound-feet. The XB7 clocks 4 seconds flat 0 to 60 time and disputes the title of the fastest three-row in the world by reaching 181 miles per hour velocity. To improve handling and cope with the added performance, engineers had to upgrade the transmission, added a limited slip differential at the rear axle, and retuned the air suspension. This giant is wearing a full-body aero kit, gets quad exhaust pipes, and towers over the road riding on the 21 or Alpina's signature 23-inch 20-spoke wheels. The interior treatments do transition into the cabin, but are rather minimalistic and are limited to glass accents and characteristic logos. Finally, this is the second Alpina after the B7 to be ever sold in the US. Alpina B3. While we are still expecting the release of the new generation M3 by BMW, fans of the performance driving should take a look at the Alpina-upgraded 3 Series model. Based on the capable M340i with 387 horses, the car enjoys a host of classic company updates, including new 19-inch wheels, 4 larger diameter exhaust tips, and a new roof spoiler. Its chassis also gets revised, featuring a new suspension system with I-box springs and adaptive dampers. The 3-liter straight-six engine is retuned as well, and now features updated turbochargers and cooling. The mill sends 462 horses and 516 pound-feet of torque to all 4 wheels, using the revised 8-speed gearbox. We should also note that unlike the upcoming M3, the B3 is offered both as a sedan and a wagon, adding daily practicality to the list of its advantages. Alpina XD3. Based on the third generation of BMW X3, the Alpina XD3 is one of the fastest SUVs in the segment. Under its bonnet resides a 3.0-liter turbo diesel in which the Alpina engineers replaced the pistons, upgraded the intercooler, and added 2 more turbochargers, increasing their number to 4. The surgical procedure helps the straight-six mill to produce 388 horsepower and 568 pound-feet of torque. With the latest generation 8-speed sport automatic transmission, the XD3 needs just 4.6 seconds to sprint to 62 miles per hour from a standstill, topping out at 166 mph. The SUV's exterior and interior get classic Alpina ingredients such as LED headlights, a rear splitter, quad tailpipes, handcrafted steering wheel, and Alpina instrument display. What is your favorite reworked BMW from Alpina's selection? Go through the whole video and rate the models in the comment section. Like this episode to help us grow, and let's get back to it. Alpina B7 XDRIVE. This is the latest Alpina modification of the BMW 750i XDRIVE that shares the model's facelifted looks, but also gets a couple of unique exterior modifications, such as a new front bumper with bigger air intakes and a rear spoiler. The 4.4-liter V8 engine is tweaked. It delivers a maximum of 608 horsepower that are now available between 5,500 and 6,500 RPM, while all of 590 pound-feet of torque can be accessed from 2,000 RPM. 0 to 60 acceleration remains unchanged from the last year and stands at 3.6 seconds. but the engine updates allow to improve the car's 0 to 124 time by 0.8 seconds to 11.7. Additionally, the B7 gets a new Sport Plus mode that adjusts all of the vehicle settings for the maximum dynamic performance. The interior highlights include a sports steering wheel with blue and green stitching, hand-finished Lavellina leather, and lots of high-tech features. Alpina XD4. Marketed as a separate model both by BMW and Alpina, the X4 crossover is basically the X3 with a more aerodynamic but less practical sloping roofline. In case of the Alpina modified XD4, it is additionally distinguished by a new rear spoiler that seamlessly transitions to the L-shaped rear lights and a rear diffuser. In all other respects, the model enjoys the same updates as the XD3, sporting a more balanced suspension setup, a revised 3-liter inline-6 diesel, and a modified XDRIVE all-wheel drive with the Alpina exclusive rear-wheel bias torque distribution. The model clocks 0 to 62 acceleration in 4.6 seconds, but its coupe roof allows for an increased top speed of 167 mph. As standard, the crossover rides on 20-inch wheels, but Alpina suggests opting for the larger 22 inches. Alpina B5 by Turbo. Introduced to the market back in 2017, the B5 by Turbo is sold as a saloon or a more family-oriented wagon that are capable to accelerate from 0 to 60 in 3.5 and 3.7 seconds respectively. Thanks to the new twin-scroll turbos, a custom air intake system, and several internal tweaks, the 5 Series 4.4-liter V8 now delivers 608 horsepower and 590 pound-feet of torque, while superb handling is a courtesy of revised sport-spec air suspension. The athletic character of the car is underlined by the rear spoiler, lighter 20-inch wheels, stainless steel quad-pipe exhaust, and additional air inlet at the front. The standard equipment highlights include a 10.25-inch touchscreen, quad-zone climate control, and heated front seats in Napa leather. It must be mentioned that in 2020, BMW revealed a facelifted version of the 5 Series, so we can expect the Alpina modified one to follow next year. Alpina D3S. Last year, Alpina reworked a new generation gasoline BMW 3 Series, so for the 2021, the company adds another, now diesel-powered 3 to its range. The D3S is motivated by the 3-liter inline-6 bi-turbo mill with improved cooling that makes 15 horses and 22 pound-feet more than the performance-oriented M340D. The engine is paired with an all-wheel drive and an 8-speed ZF gearbox that gets some software upgrades, including the Alpina exclusive Comfort Plus shift mode. The 6-cylinder is also electrified, making the D3S the first automobile from the tuner to feature the mild hybrid technology. The model is available in sedan and wagon body styles, both of which benefit from the new sport suspension, lighter wheels, and optimized air intakes. Alpina D5S. With the stock M550d XDRIVE discontinued in 2020, the D5S is the most powerful diesel BMW 5 Series that you can currently get. Its 3-liter inline-6 cylinder is assisted by a triple turbo system, yielding 388 horsepower in the band between 4,000 and 5,000 RPM, and 590 pound-feet of maximum torque between 1,750 and 2,650 RPM. With these stats, the D5S sedan gets to 62 mph in 4.4 seconds and has the maximum top speed of 179 mph, which makes it one of the fastest production diesel automobiles of today. The sports sedan also exploits the full potential of BMW's intelligent all-wheel drive and dynamic stability control. Its cabin is upholstered in Lavellina leather that can be paired with several Alpina-specific trim options: piano lacquer, wood myrtle, and wood walnut nature. Would you own a pure BMW or rather go for an Alpina modification? Leave your answer in the comment section and mention your topic from the lineup. Subscribe to Automotive Territory Daily News not to miss the next lineup review by the car makers and tuners from around the globe. Like this episode and proceed to exploring other videos by clicking on the icons on the screen. We'll see you later.